This may look like normal Army training, but today they're focused on a scary new threat, small drones that have transformed combat.
Drones are changing the way we operate. Instead of having these $1 million planes in the sky looking at you, you're having $200 drones that are in the sky at all times. And now we have to find a way to defeat them.
That's the goal of Project Flytrap, U.S. soldiers training in the dense forest in Poland, just miles from the border with Russia. Taking lessons from the battlefield in neighboring Ukraine, where rapid advances in small drone warfare have helped Ukraine hold off the massive Russian military.
The folks and the units that can adapt based off of what they're seeing are the ones that are going to be most lethal and most survivable on the battlefields.
Why are these drones such a game changer?
Well, it's the speed with which they move and the information they collect.
It can travel at 80 miles an hour, and by the time you see a drone, it might be too late.
And moving over any terrain.
There's literally drones in the sky at all times. There's never going to be a way where you can move without being unseen.
Taking away the soldier's element of surprise.
You have to treat everything as if you're under observation all the time. If the drones have a thermal camera, you are always under observation. And how do you mitigate that?
One way, the Army testing new radars mounted on vehicles that detect a drone, putting it right in their weapons' crosshairs to be shot down. Also, a new system under development, turning every soldier into a jammer. It's called Pitbull. It looks like a radio, but when a drone is nearby, a soldier literally points his body at the drone, and Pitbull shoots out a directional jammer that breaks the link back to an operator, stopping it in its tracks.
I have counter-UAS systems that are mounted on each individual, the end user on the ground, and he's capable of jamming a drone that may try to intercept him as he maneuvers through the woods.
So every person right now who's in this maneuver patrol actually has the ability to counter or jam a drone?
Yes, ma'am. We have that ability on the ground with us.
But one downside, jammers can disrupt the U.S. Army's own systems, too.
What we're finding is a lot of equipment just jams everything in the sky, but it can't differentiate between friendly and enemy drones.
And tracking enemy drones by their own radio frequency now more difficult too, with some small drones attached to fiber optic cables directing them and rendering them radio silent so they can't be jammed. Some cables stretching over 20 miles long, allowing drones to sneak up undetected. These small drones so easy to buy or make. U.S. soldiers now making their own with 3D printers. Drones like this cost as little as $250, and this unit alone can produce 50 every day. Each built with a specific mission in mind: surveillance, one-way attack, or even delivering blood or supplies to the front lines.
We're just starting the drone game. But I think in the next year, we're in the age of robotics. That's something the U.S. military is going to try and be an expert on.
But the danger from these drones doesn't end on the battlefield. Officials facing the possibility of small drone swarms here at home, too, threatening government buildings and leadership, U.S. landmarks, and even Americans. The U.S. Army now partnering with civilian companies to find solutions that could protect troops on the front lines and their families back here at home.
Let me bring in Courtney Kube, who has made her way over from the Pentagon to join us here on set. It's good to see you.
You too.
So listen, super interesting there. If the Army can 3D print these kinds of drones, can't the bad guys do the same?
Yes, anyone can. I mean, someone in their home can 3D print a drone right now, and that's what really represents the challenge here at home, is the possibility of some adversary, some enemy, coming to the United States, 3D printing a swarm of drones and attacking U.S. infrastructure, anything. Now, some of
these... Is the military ready for that? I mean, they're...
The military, but is civilian law enforcement. Because remember, if they were to go after, let's say, a target here in D.C., you can shoot some of these drones down, but if a lot of them are coming at once, this is a real problem that U.S. officials have got to get a handle on. And the military, the Army, is really trying right now with this exercise.
Courtney Kube, great to see you. Fascinating reporting. I'm glad you're able to go and bring that story back. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.